You won't believe what this dog did. A dog. An instinct. A miracle. What seemed like a simple walk turned into a moment that would forever change Helena's life. Subscribe now to the channel and find out the outcome of this heartwarming story. Helena gripped the leash of Mel, her golden-furred dog, as they walked calmly down the sidewalk. The morning sun lit up the tree-lined street, and the rhythmic breathing of the little dog gave Helena a sense of peace. But in the blink of an eye, everything changed. Suddenly, Mel tugged the leash hard, pulling Helena backward. Then, a crash. A car went out of control, speeding onto the sidewalk exactly where she had stood seconds before. Helena's heart raced. If Mel hadn't pulled on the leash, she would have been dead. Helena fell to her knees on the ground, feeling the impact of reality crashing into her chest. The vehicle continued its mad path, knocking over trash cans and nearly hitting a newsstand before disappearing around the corner. The silence that followed was as deafening as the noise of the impact. People began to approach, frightened, trying to understand what had just happened. But Helena could only look at Mel, who wagged her tail innocently, as if nothing had happened. Her little dog had just saved her life. Tears welled up in Helena's eyes as she hugged Mel tightly. The scent of the dog's fur mixed with the dust of the street, and for the first time in years, Helena felt something beyond the emptiness that had filled her heart since her brother's loss. The memory came like an overwhelming wave. The same type of car, the same deafening noise, the same despair. Her brother, Matthias, had been run over in this same city, on the same sidewalk where she had almost lost her life. Was fate mocking her or giving her a second chance? The following days were filled with a whirlwind of thoughts. Helena couldn't stop wondering why Mel had pulled the leash at that exact moment. Was it instinct? Luck? Or was there something more? She began to observe her dog more closely, noticing small details she had never seen before. Mel had an overly attentive look, as if she understood things beyond human perception. And, stranger still, she began to behave peculiarly, dragging Helena to specific places during their walks, sniffing intensely whenever they passed certain spots in the city. One night, while lying in bed with Mel by her side, Helena noticed something that made her heart stop. Mel's collar, a gift she had bought months earlier, had a small metal tag. When the lamp's light reflected on it, Helena saw an almost imperceptible engraving. "Always with you. M." Her chest tightened. She had never ordered that engraving. Who had done it? And why did the initial M coincide with her deceased brother's name? Determined to find answers, Helena began to investigate where she had bought the collar. She discovered it was from a small pet accessory shop, a place she rarely visited. When she returned to the store to question the owner, an elderly man with white hair and a serene expression, he looked at her with a mix of surprise and understanding. "You finally noticed, didn't you?" he said, handing her a yellowed envelope. With trembling hands, Helena opened the letter and felt tears stream down her face as she read the first words. "Helena, if you ever find this message, it means you're not alone." The words seemed familiar. The handwriting was unmistakable. It was Matthias's. Helena's heart raced, and she devoured each line of the letter, explaining how her brother, before his death, had ordered a special collar for a dog he wanted to give her. "I know you miss something to save you from bad days, so I hope this four-legged friend protects you when I no longer can." But the accident happened before he could deliver the gift. The dog never made it to Helena, or at least that's what she thought. Somehow Mel had found her way to her. Fate had acted in a mysterious way, bringing them together at that crucial moment. Helena felt a shiver run down her spine. Her little dog was not just a companion. She was a link, an inexplicable connection to her brother, a testament that love transcends time and death. And deep down, Helena knew Matthias had never really left her. As she stroked Mel that night, she felt a comfort she hadn't experienced in a long time. She didn't need all the answers. She didn't need to understand the mysteries of the universe. All that mattered was that somehow her brother was still with her, and thanks to him, she was alive. And then, For the first time in a long time, Helena smiled. If you also believe in bonds that transcend time and fate, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more moving stories like this one. Have you ever lived or heard about a heroic